Last lesson this week, year 11. So hopefully you've done really well, understood simple interest and everything else we've done. Today we're going to look at depreciation. All right, let's go. And we're looking at straight line depreciation. So what's depreciation? Well, it involves things like cars losing their value over time, or technology like computers, laptops, telephones, phones, golf equipment, sporting equipment, losing their value over time. So depreciation. Depreciation is the loss in value of an item over time. Now we're looking at straight line depreciation at the moment. Things that might commonly depreciate, like I said, motor vehicles, as soon as you buy one and drive it away, it's lost value. Technology, I bet you've bought yourselves a brand new phone and then a month later it's worth about $300 less than what you paid, okay? And sporting equipment, there's heaps of things. Just Google what can lose value over time. All right, but we're talking, as I keep stressing, about straight line depreciation. And this is when an item decreases value by the same amount each time period. For example, a car might lose $950 every year. Okay, it's the same amount every time, and it can be drawn in a straight line graph with time along the bottom, value up the side. So if it was a car, you can see it's losing value over time, and it's losing the same amount, so it's got that straight line. If we had to work out the gradient of that line, that would tell us how much value it loses every time period. Okay. All right, so on our formula sheet, we're given the formula that you can see, okay? S equals V0 or V0 minus DN. It's actually VO, but anyway. So what's S? S is a salvage value, or the current value of the car or the vehicle or the item that we're talking about. VO is the purchase price of the item, or the original value. So I like to say that's VO because O is for original value. D is the amount that it depreciates per time period, how much it loses per time period. And N is the number of time periods. Okay? So let's do an example. Molly pays $14,500 for a used car. It depreciates $1,100 each year. How much will it be worth after 3 years? So the first thing I'm going to do is look at the formula and go, what do I need? The S, the V's, VO, D, and the N. So the salvage, how much will it be worth? Well, that's what it's asking for. VO, how much was it when she paid for it? She paid $14,500. So that was the original value that Molly paid for the car. The depreciation, how much it loses each year. Depreciates $1,100 each year. And the number of time periods, how much will it be worth after 3 years? So I've got all the information I need. I'm going to substitute it into the formula. You know how to do this. So I've got 14,500, take away 1,100 times 3. So the value of Molly's car in 3 years' time is $11,200. I would say that would be extremely generous for Molly's car. Cars depreciate, unless it's a special car, by quite a lot every year. All right, example 2. A new car is purchased for $25,800. After 4 years, its salvage value is $15,160. What is the annual amount of depreciation if the amount of depreciation is constant? So when they say depreciation is constant, then we know we're talking straight line depreciation. Okay. So again, we're going to go through the formula. Oh, I've put it all there already. So salvage value, it was worth $15,160. The original value, there it is there in the question, $25,800. The number of time periods, 4 years in the question, and the amount of depreciation, that's what it's asking us. So we're not sure, okay? So here's the formula. Now there are two ways to do it. I'm going to substitute all the values into that formula and rearrange as necessary. If you wanted to, you could make D the subject of that equation and then substitute in. I think it'd be the same amount of work. So I'm going to substitute my values in. So S 15,160 is equal to VO 25,800 minus D times 4, because it was 4 years. So I'm going to solve this equation. So first thing I'm going to do is minus that 25,800 off both sides. So now I've got this is equal to negative D times 4. So I'm going to get rid of the 4 and that negative at the same time. I'm going to divide by negative 4, both sides, and it'll tell me 2,660 is equal to D. I'm going to rearrange it to make it look good. D is equal to $2,660. Okay, you've got questions to do, so complete your guided notes. If this went too fast, you can watch it again. You can also use a textbook. And I'll see you next week, guys. Have a good weekend. It's Friday.